Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out some new Dollar Tree makeup. I've recently hauled some new makeup and we're going to go ahead and try some of these products. So of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to make a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to try to keep it in the bargain price point, so the closer to $1, the better. Definitely become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube, and as always, I'll have similar content linked down below in the description box. That way you can binge watch more content like this if you're new to my channel and you enjoy this type of video. So we get quite a few products to get through today, so without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So this product here, I've used once before. I recently bought and did a full face of makeup from Five Below. And I got this little eyebrow kit. This is one of their dollar items. And in that video, I really, really liked it. It comes with stencils as well, which I don't personally use that kind of thing. And you get two shades right here. The lighter one is not really suitable for me. It might be suitable for someone else, but the dark brown shade here is really nice. I really enjoyed it in my last video. It comes with a little brush as well. I will have that full face of Five Below makeup linked down below if you missed it. It was my first time ever doing a full face. And I pretty much found quite a few dollar products. Then I got some makeup that were like dupe products from the brand W7. I love the way this applies too. It's soft. It's not so like in your face, you know, even though it is a darker brown. It's got a neutral tone to it, which is really nice. It's not super warm. Like I said, it just applies really, really soft. Using a powder product used to be my go-to method. Now I use pencil, I even use brow gel from time to time, and there we go. Like I said, I really like this brow powder. Love the shade, love the way it applies, just super pretty, and for $1 at Five Below, you can't beat it. So of course at the end of the video, I'll recap how I feel about all the products as well. Okay, so I just cleaned up my brows with some Wet n Wild PhotoFocus concealer. This is from my recent full face of drugstore makeup, and then I added some of the LA Colors eye primer. So now we're ready for eyeshadow. So the products I'm going to be using today is I hauled this new Beauty Intuition palette. This is the Purple Dreams palette. Super pretty. So I recently used some of the LA Colors cat-inspired makeup, and I can't remember if I dug into this palette. I mainly used the one that was like peach, but this is the one that's in Un-Furr-Gettable, so I might dig into this for a color or two. And then this was also from Five Below. This is a dollar item. I'm gonna give it like another try because in that video I didn't really care for it too much. So this is just the cream liquid eyeshadow in Icy Blue. I do like the packaging and I love the shade. Just didn't seem to go on super pigmented, but we'll try it again. So there are 3 new color stories that Beauty Intuition has come out with. They came out with another smoky browns that is different from the previous smoky browns. I haven't used the new one yet. Then they have another pink palette, and I used that one not too long ago. And then this is Purple Dreams. Now Beauty Intuition already has a pastel palette. This one here is called Purple Dreams, but really there's only like one shade of purple. So it's really just like another pastel palette. And it seems like there might only be, oh yeah, there's a couple shimmers in here. Let's see, I think that pink might be a shimmer. These 2 shades here seem to be shimmery. They're a little bit similar on the swatch. And then that one seems like it has a little bit of a shimmer in it too. It's a little hard to tell. But yeah, see those 2 shades, they were pretty similar. So like I said, I'm a little nervous about getting a full look with this. That's why I added the LA Colors quad as well. So we will see what we can come up with. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go all over my lid with this shade right here. Of course, we do this as always to lay down a base for our other shadows. I have not thought today's look through. I'm gonna be winging it kind of as I do most of the time. But it is spring and it's the time to use fun colors, I feel. So what is everybody's plans for Easter? As I film this, it's Good Friday, and I think I'm gonna end up putting it up tonight as well. So yeah, let me know what your Easter plans are. I am off, luckily. I have worked Easter before, but not anytime recently. And it's supposed to be nice weather out, so we're just gonna have my mom come over and we're gonna make steak and baked potatoes. Yeah, just try to enjoy the day. I'm gonna do definitely like a pink, purple-y kind of a look. I might do like a watercolor look. So I think I'm gonna do like a pink, purple, blue type of a thing, kind of like a watercolor thing. I don't know which one, so I'm thinking of going into this shade here, this pink, the purple, and the blue up here. I'm just trying to think of what order I want to do that in. Let me swatch them, that might help me. When in doubt, swatch. There are the swatches of them. They're really just going to be very light sweeps of color. So I've got kind of this like compact brush here that I'm going to really pack these on with. So I think I'm going to do pink in the middle, so I'll start there. I'm just going to really try to pack this on. Generally, I really like the Beauty Intuition palettes. I find that they have really good color payoff. Pastels can be a little tricky, but we'll see what we can get. Okay, that's going on really pretty good. Like, actually, like shockingly good compared to what I expected. I might actually go into this shade right here for the inner part of my eye. There it is, it's kind of a shimmer. I think I'm gonna go with that. That way I can use both palettes. I just cleaned off that same brush and I packed it on there and just spraying it with some setting spray. All of these cat-inspired palettes are very soft color stories. All three of them are kind of perfect for spring. And then you've got like one that's like peachy, and then you've got this one here that's like purpley. That's looking pretty. And then I'm gonna go with that blue on the outer part of my eye. Actually, I think I'm gonna take that blue and kind of work it up into my crease and then put something else on the outer part of my eye. I'm gonna blend those two shades together just really lightly. So I'm gonna take that first brush and go into that blue shade and buff that into my crease and up onto the brow bone. I'm even gonna work it probably into the outer part of my eye as well. I'm kind of feeling it. This is definitely like a very watercolor effect type of an eye look, which I'm not very experienced in, but I guess I'm just kind of going with the colors and what I feel is right. Alrighty, there we are so far. So now I kind of want to put some of that, this is like a dark, kind of a shimmery, it's kind of like a grayish purple. I'm gonna take a little bit more of like a compact brush and go into that. And I'm just gonna put this towards the outside of my eye right here. Feeling the need to deepen it up just a tad. It's not doing a ton, but it's not really like a super dark shade. It is, yeah, oh, it's deepening it up just a little bit. So now I'm gonna use this liquid shadow and I might put it like, I don't know, I might put it on my finger and just kind of dot it over the whole eye and kind of get this like, I don't know, iridescent effect. I don't know if it's doing exactly what I want. That's really just not a great, it's not a great liquid shadow. I can just really tell it's beautiful like on like a swatch, but when you actually put it on the eyelid, it kind of got rid of that pink a little bit. It's just not as intense as I would like it, although it kind of looks okay on camera. I need to kind of go back in now with some of that pink because I lost that pink. I'm just gonna take that first brush, I cleaned it off. I'm gonna go back into that pink shade and just kind of make up for what I lost here. Like I said, I'll give final thoughts on everything at the end of the video, and I've got some thoughts. So I'm gonna pause on the eyeshadow and move on. Of course, we'll come back and finish up and add details. So I'm just gonna add a coat of mascara, and I've got some new lashes to try. I will be right back. So the lashes I have are actually from Five Below. They're the LA Colors Dramatalash half lashes, and this is the style Lifted Volume. I had another set that I tried in that testing Five Below makeup video. I think they were lifted length, really nice. And so these are just a slightly different style. If you know me, you know I've been loving a half lash lately. And I was so excited to see LA Colors had their own as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my IONI Everlasting Lash Glue and Liner in one. And this is what I'll be using for glue today. So we had a conversation about like liner glue in the dressing room a couple weeks ago, and I think one or two of the girls I work with mentioned that they don't like to use it as their main eyeliner. They'll just use it as like glue and then use another liner for the wing, but I've never had a problem getting a nice wing with a liner glue pen, you know what I mean? I think it looks nice. And okay, first one's on. They feel so incredibly light, and I've been loving a half lash mainly because most lashes are just too long, not like long that way, but long this way for my eyes, and I have to trim them, and then sometimes they end up a little uneven and all that stuff. So I just love the halflings because they're just perfect for my eye size. And I think I like these LA Colors ones better than the IONIs. The band is a little thinner, which I really like. They just feel a lot lighter and softer. I'm wondering if we will see them at Dollar Tree at some point. Okay, lashes are on. I had a little trouble with my left one. Something looks uneven and I can't tell if it's my liner, my lashes, or my eyeshadow. But I feel a little bit wonky. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my Believe Beauty Skin Finish Tinted Moisturizer in Buff. I've been trying to kind of use this up. I'm gonna add some concealer and then I have a new setting powder we're gonna try. So I will be right back. Okay, so now I'm super excited because I have a Believe Beauty powder that we're gonna be trying. I found a blush as well. We're not using it today, because I have another product that I'm using, but I found this Believe Beauty. Look at how beautiful the packaging is, y'all. It's the Radiant Glow Loose Setting Powder. It's in the shade Golden Pearl. So from what I can tell, it's a cross between a setting powder and a highlighter. So it's a powder with a little bit of a radiant finish. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder. You can kind of use it to set your makeup down, but it's got a little bit of a luminosity to it. It's probably not a product that is suitable for everybody. So I'm just gonna take it on a brush. I'm not gonna like bake under my eyes or anything like that. I'm just gonna take some on a brush, swirl it around the cap, and proceed with caution. So I didn't see any other shades at my Dollar Tree. I don't know how many shades of this they made. Might have made only a couple, I would imagine. I don't know how many shades of this they made, but it's definitely setting down my makeup. You know, it is definitely adding a luminosity, but it doesn't look too scary. I don't really feel like I've slathered my face with highlighter. Like I said, it might not be for everybody, but I do feel like it's also taken away the bad shine, and it's just like left like a luminosity. That is very interesting. I had someone ask about Believe Beauty. Yes, they have gone from, they're exclusive to Dollar General. They are now gone. They're replacing the displays with e.l.f. makeup. So you might start seeing some Believe Beauty at Dollar Tree as the stock, as they rid the Dollar Generals of product. I like it. I was a little afraid, but yeah, I don't feel like I've slathered my face with highlighter. It really is just a very luminous setting powder, but I do feel like it's set down my makeup, which is really nice. So far, so good. I will try it again. I'll also bring it into work and try it there too and see how I like it. So yeah, so far so good on the Believe Beauty Radiant Loose Setting Powder. So when I did my full face of Five Below makeup, I had two different bronzers. I had one from the dollar section that came with a highlighter. And I wanted to try it because people are so curious about the dollar makeup from Five Below. But I was also curious about this, so I bought both and I did half my face with each. This is the W7 Honolulu Bronzing Powder. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. Comes with a little brush. That is not something I will ever use. So I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna do it on, I'm gonna use this on camera because I only used it once and on half my face. In that full face of Five Below, they seem to be very comparable to each other. This is, I think, in the $4 to $5 range. A lot of W7 products are. Well, kind of like Believe Beauty, you know, kind of in that $4.50, $5 range. It's going on very nice. I had the Hoola bronzer years ago from Benefit and really liked it. I bought it at a time when you really couldn't find matte bronzers, like at the drugstore. So I knew that was like the only one I knew of, so I bought it. There was probably one by like Too Faced or Tarte, but yeah, I really liked the Hoola bronzer. And this is really exactly as I remember it. I may have gone overboard, per usual. Kind of diffuse it out with my powder brush. That is really, really nice. The color is, it's actually reading on camera probably a little warmer than it is in person. But yeah, the quality of it is everything that I remember from Benefit. At, of course, a fraction of the price. So I'm really intrigued by this product here. This is from my recent Dollar Tree haul. This is the BPure Lip Jelly and Cheek Tint. And we will try it as both today. So they had another shade too that was a little bit more pinky. This, it doesn't have it on the container, but it's like a coral shade. So I listened to everybody's advice. I kept this cap here. Apparently if you don't keep this on the product, it dries out. So you want to keep that if you buy it. And this is supposed to be a dupe for, I think, something from Milk. Is that right? Or something. So it's like a tint. So see it kind of like a really transparent kind of a stain. I guess I'll go like this with a stippling brush and then put it on my cheeks. It seems to be very, very, very sheer, but buildable. Like when I was swatching it on my hand, it seemed to be like you can get as light of a flush as you like, or you can really build it up. Wow, y'all. I've never used a product like this. I really like it. It's very, looks like it would be great for dry skin. And look at that. I probably went overboard, which is really hard to do with this product, but that is That is gorgeous. That is absolutely beautiful though. Very smooth application. It's not streaky or anything like that. At least the way I applied it, taking like a stippling brush and going on. Alrighty, we'll come back and we'll use that for our lips as well and see how it works as a lip tint. I never used those. Let me know, comment down below if you've used the Benefit, like Benetint and all that kind of stuff. I had a sample of one of those one time and I never really could quite get down with it. But so now for highlighter, this is from LA Colors Let's Getaway line. This is the shade First Light. I used the other shade in a recent video and now this is the other shade I purchased that we're gonna get to try today. This one's a little bit more gold than the other one. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. Oop, I went overboard. Y'all, I can't. I'm gonna clean off my stippling brush and use that to apply this highlighter. I put it on the back of my hand, just kind of diffuse it. I really liked the other shade of this. Oh, there we go. Just a beautiful. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more since I had a little extra on the sponge tip. I thought I did way too much, but I've been hunting down the new IONI makeup line, the Lunar line, whatever it's called, and I've yet to find it. I've been going to each of my Dollar Trees like every other day to try to find it. No luck yet. There we go. Just per usual, LA Colors came up with another wonderful cream product, so really like that. So now back to the eyes. So to line like my waterline, I'm going to use this LA Colors shadow stick. This is in the shade Groovy. Looks to be this kind of brownish maroon shade. Apparently it's a matte. You don't need a sharpener and it's blendable and buildable. Yep, so it's a retractable crayon. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of go in to my waterline with this. Might even kind of smoke out up here a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's kind of, it is blendable. It seems to be very, very creamy. Seems to have really good pigmentation as well. I don't use a shadow stick very often. Actually, I'm gonna kind of blur it under my eyes a little bit. Feel this look can use a little bit of definition. There we go, really nice so far. I will use this in another video and really use it as shadow. But yeah, for this purpose here, it did a really nice job. Just added a nice little bit of a definition that I was kind of desperately needing. Now we're gonna do an under the brow bone highlight, an inner corner highlight, and I think, so from under the brow bone, I'm gonna go into this white shade here, and a part of me really just wants to go ahead and use that on my inner corner because I do not think I'm gonna get the look I want with that liquid shadow. I think that liquid shadow is just not good. Definitely not comparable to like Shop Miss A's, some of their liquid shadows, and of course LA Colors, which is disappointing, but that is okay. That made a really nice under the brow bone highlight. So I'm gonna take a tapered brush like this and go back into that white shade, and I'm gonna use this for my inner corner. I think that'll just get me a really nice brightening effect. And I am gonna spray my brush just a little bit. I sometimes do this with mattes to make them a little bit more pigmented. Oh yeah, that is adding what I need. I'm gonna drag it up a little bit, add a little bit of brightness. I've been loving like a matte inner corner for like just brightening up. Like I love a shimmer too, but I've really taken to a matte one here recently. That's really very pigmented, very creamy, just a really nice white shade. Look at that, y'all. That did a wonderful, wonderful job. So I'm gonna finish with the lips, and like I said, we're gonna use lip and cheek tint. And I don't exactly know how to apply this to my lips, other than to just do it the old-fashioned way. It's really cool, like physically cool on the lips. Okay, so as a lip tint, I'm not so sold. It really took to like the inner part of my lip and not as much the outer part of my lip. So I think I like it much, much better on the cheek. So to salvage it, I've had this product for a little while and haven't used it. It's the BPure lip stain in caramel. And I can't hold it up because my thing came apart from my package, but basically it's this lip stain. I got this sometime like maybe the end of last year, and we'll see how this is. Like I said, I've never had much luck with lip stains. I think I tried one from Temu or Sheen. I don't know, I just don't like the effect on my lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this LA Colors Shea Butter Lip Balm. I got the shade Sheer Peach. We're just gonna put this on our lips to finish up this look and be done with it. that there is much, much better. So now I'm gonna give a kind of a rundown review of the new products. So the eyeshadow, the Purple Dream eyeshadow palette, really like nice. Like I will always have kind of like a difficult time with pastel palettes. They're just not generally my palette, like my color story. But the colors are really nice. We've got this nice kind of watercolor look. And of course it's called Purple Dreams. There's really nothing purple about it except that like one shade. I think I still like the other pastel palette a little bit better because you get more mattes and shimmers and that kind of thing. But yeah, just kind of okay. I really could have skipped this color story. There's so many of the other Beauty Intuition palettes I like better. So not my favorite Beauty Intuition palette, but if you like this kind of color story, you might want to add it into your collection, especially if you have the other pastel palette by them, if you like softer kind of watercolor type eyeshadows. But for me, this color story here is kind of a pass. Then the Kitten Quad in Un-Furr-Gettable. LA Colors always has really nice quads. Of course, this packaging is like a double A+. It's so cute. And of course, I only use 2 of the shades in here, but the formula seems really, really nice. So really, really like the makeup I have tried so far from the cat-inspired line from LA Colors. Now this is a fail. This is something that I've used now. This is the second time. It's actually from Five Below. It's a $1 product from Five Below. The liquid shadow. And I hate that because it's so pretty in the container, but you can tell in the swatch that it just doesn't swatch well. It's patchy, it's unpigmented. And I've used a lot of really good you know, bargain liquid shadows. This one here just isn't it. So yeah, this is a very bad liquid shadow in my opinion, even for $1. Then the Radiant Glow Loose Setting Powder from Believe Beauty. Love it. I was a little nervous, but as you can see, my face is not super shiny. It definitely is a setting powder. It will set your makeup down, but it does have a bit of shimmer in it. Like I said, it's not super overpowering. I personally really like it. I don't know that it will work for everybody. It might not be your cup of tea, but I personally think it's really, really beautiful. Then the BPure Lip Jelly in Cheek Tint. It's a hit and it's a miss all in one. For the cheeks, I absolutely love it. It builds up. It's hard to really go overboard. It's very smooth. There's not streaky. As far as a lip tint, not my cup of tea. It just kind of went on patchy. And a lip tint just isn't really my thing. So I tried to salvage it as a lip tint by using the BColor lip stain that I've had for a little while. This is in the shade Caramel. Again, a lip tint, it's not really that these products are bad. I did try something from Temu, like a lip tint or a stain. For the lips, for me, a lip tint or a stain doesn't work. I don't know, it's just not something that I like. So this here was a miss for me as well. This is, unless I can use it on my cheeks, I don't think it's anything that I can really use. But yeah, like I said, this is a hit and the miss. For me, hit on the cheeks and a miss on the lips. So then I used the LA Colors Shadow Stick. This is from kind of a new product line they've had out. This is in the shade Groovy. I will go back and use it as more of like a shadow. I did use it to kind of create a little bit more depth, to create a little bit more of like a cat eye. And I did use it to line my waterline. Seems to be really creamy, seems to be really blendable like the packaging says. We will try it again in another video, a little bit more in depth, but so far it seems nice. Then last, I used this to salvage my lips because both products I used, it wasn't going anywhere. So this is just the LA Colors Shea Butter Lip Balm. This was in Sheer Peach. Really like the container. It feels really nice on my lips. It's not like sticky or super shiny. It actually had a better color payoff, I think, unless I'm still dealing with some stain. No, it looks, my color is very smooth on my lips. So I think it does have a color payoff. So I really like it a lot better than I thought because it's got a little bit more payoff than I thought it would. So definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you've tried, what you've liked, what you've not liked. You know I enjoy talking to you all. Check out my description box as always for all of my videos that are just like this and give them a binge watch. It helps me and my channel out so much. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.